8. Yes, part 8 in the series. So we have done books 1, 2 and 3, which they are here. 1, 2 and 3, just as proof. If you did miss any of those books, you can go back and catch them on the Edra Tales YouTube channel. I have an Edra Tales YouTube channel, so if you miss anything to do with Twitch live streams, I export them over there. Plus, I have another YouTube channel called The Bottled Imp. This is Grocklesnook of The Bottled Imp, and Ken Boyter of The Bottled Imp and Edra Tales. Co-created this with my friend Julian, and he did all the filming, had all the cameras, all of that, you know, co-hosted at times. I wrote the episodes, sung the theme tune, and it's fantasy. It's 450 episodes of fancy goodness. Fancy board game reviews, fancy film reviews, and fancy book reviews. And there we have Jam. Ribbit. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Good to see you again, Jam. How are you? How is everybody? Twitch, you know, there's a custom thing now with Twitch since they updated it, that I get about 2 minutes into a live stream, then it just says lost connection. Always happens now. And then I just quickly press start, and then it seems to just carry on. So maybe that's what's happened. And the good thing about it is the menu that's normally big and halfway across so I can't read the chat is behaving itself tonight. Greetings, Julian. How are you? Yeah, fellow Melties. Absolutely. Are you surviving? Good evening, Lirin. How are you? Or good morning, I should say. Coffee drunk and got sarsaparilla for you, Ken. And Gogglesnake. Well, that's very kind of you. I'm not sure I've even had a sarsaparilla before, or even know what it is. It's a I've heard of it, as in the word sarsaparilla, because it's a comedy name, isn't it? It's a great name. Is it a coffee? Is a sarsaparilla type of coffee? Jam says he's not at work. Oh, I see. That's the main thing. Right, so you weren't at work. So you've been working then, have you? Is that why we've not seen you for a while? Not that you have to, not that I'm questioning you. Why haven't you been watching? And you, what? Leaving said, and you got a can too, Julian. Oh, well, that's very kind. Julian's put here, thank you. It's a bit like root beer. Oh, I love root beer. I love root beer. I've never mentioned Camp America to you before, have I? When I was 18 to 21, I used to go to the summers in America and explore America. I used to work on the Camp Wing, just outside Boston, Duxbury. And that's when I first came across root beer. And we never had root beer in the UK at that point. I'm not sure if you can really get it anywhere in the UK. It's not that popular. But I did know about root beer before I went to America, because Snoopy drinks root beer. And I used to think, why is a dog drinking beer? But I kind of liked it. It was kooky. Why not? So I obviously thought that Snoopy was over 18 to be able to drink beer. And then I realised it was a soft drink. It's a soft drink. Jammers put, I like sarsaparilla. His ugly sisters were horrible, though. Or her ugly. Camp America. Jeff, yeah? What's that? What's Jeff, yeah? What's that? Is that from Peep Show or something? Leerin's put, a sarsaparilla root beer is soda that's best described as having a sandpaper dipped in honey rubbed across your tongue. It's got a kick, but delightful. Yeah, I love root beer. So last year, as you probably all know, I went and launched Guildlands over at Gen Con in America, and I was so excited because I knew I'd be able to get root beer. So that's the only drink that I had over there. Obviously I had alcohol as well, but any soft drink, it was always root beer. Oh, the precursor to Team America. Oh, was it? Oh, I never saw that. I used Jeff or Jeff. Oh, it sounds like F. Yeah, Jeffing L. Right, okay. Of course. Of course. Lee is here as well. Lee is here. I'm joking. Camp America sounds like Team America. Oh, I see. It wasn't a... Right, I see what you did. That's the problem with doing jokes online and written out, because, you know, I probably would have got it if you had... It's the way you say it. How are you, Lee? Hope all is well. Hope your move went well and all is well. Can I say the word well? But look what I got as a late birthday present from Sally's brother, Colin. You ready? Holy moly! Look at that. No, I think it's the way I say it. Look at this. Table soccer. Oh, I've only realised it says soccer on it, but it was a UK. Look at this bad boy. Well, Ken. Ken's in the club. I certainly am. Look at that. It's a thing of beauty. It is a thing of beauty. Hey, just like the table hockey MacGyver used to play on his houseboat. Possibly. Yeah, obviously we had a game at the weekend because I went up for his daughter's christening. But we had some time. And look at these little bad boys. Flick these around. So we've got the generic red versus blue. So I support Liverpool, so they have to do. Although they got white shorts, so they're more Man U, which doesn't please me. And whoever owned this before, yeah, flick football, absolutely flick footy. They lost a red player, but they've got like this odd player. So yeah, there you go. And of course, it comes on the tablecloth. Such a simple idea, but it was massive in the 80s and 90s. And look at this. This is what I'm going to fill in later. Yeah? The latest news about Subbuteo appears frequently. Roy of the Rovers, Britain's top football magazine, on sale most newsagents. To my newsagent, please reserve my copy of Roy of the Rovers every week until further notice. Used to do that. I think I did that with Beano. He'd have papers like, and you'd go in and go, "Hi there, yeah, I've come to pick up my Beano," and he'd go, "Yeah." We're up to 4 already. What's this? Red shite. Come on now, keep it clean. Keep it clean. Hi, or do we have more than 2 players this week? We do have more than 2 players. Exactly. What are we up to? We're up to 4. Woohoo! Yeah, Roy of the Rovers went 50 years. Is it still going now? Is it still going? But yeah. My God, look at this. Look at this for an instruction manual. Bearing in mind, this is a game for kids. What I suspect happened, though, is that more dads played this than kids. Now, this isn't my original copy. I did have Subbuteo as a kid, as most people did. And what it says in the instructions, and this is beautiful, because there's no way a board game company would suggest this. But you're meant to take the cloth, the pitch. You're not meant to iron it. No. You are meant to get a bit of MDF, wallpaper paste, and you are meant to wallpaper paste the cloth to the big board. That's what you're meant to do. And god damn it, my dad did do that for me, because I remember. Makes that 5 players. 5 players. We got 7 watching. Hello everybody. Yeah, is the manual dated? It looks dated. Yeah. I don't know I don't know what edition this was. Should we have a quick look? We will be getting on to the game book, by the way. Although there is the Subbuteo Sports Games that were based in Kent. There is a telephone number. I might give that a call just to see if they're still around. I don't think there's a date. Oh, I can join for the UK Subbuteo Association membership application, which I'm hoping is still running. Just 75p to claim that. I don't think there's a date on there, which is a bit of a shame. And then you also get, while we're here, while I've unboxed this, this is all the teams you could actually buy at this point. So this must be quite an 80s version, I reckon then. Yeah, So it's got a key. It's got all the teams. It's beautiful, and it's got away kits as well. So, yeah. Who's a lucky boy? And when I played Colin, it was a 1-1 draw, but it was controversial. It was controversial. Anyway, we're not here to play football, although maybe I'll get more viewing figures for that. Subutio, here we go then. Lee Rin says the best illustrated rulebook has to be Hero Quest, Space Crusade, and Space Hulk by the esteemed John Blanche. Oh, did he do those? Did he do Hero Quest? That's brilliant. Subuto was originally going to be called The Hobby, really, but the patent wouldn't allow it. They used Subuto in the end, the Latin for the hobby. Oh, really? I did wonder where Subuto came from. Probably not. Still going mid-80s, and my dad read it in the 50s. Wow, so that's Lee said your dad read Roy of the Rovers in the 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s. Yeah, so it probably made it to the 90s. I don't know. Is it the Mirror Group? Who knows? Manual Room 22. I'm not even going to go with that. Julian says, remember to add 01 at the front of what? Apparently the original Games Workshop is now a Turkish spa, is it? Yeah, I prefer to go to a Turkish spa. How could you say that? Heresy! Heresy! Jamper, I cycled to Wood Hill Spa. Wow, that's impressive. Julian has Skeletrix in the cupboard. Fantastic. If that's the original, that's amazing. So, my dad was always one that wanted to buy the better system. So, Skeletrix was the more known one. However, my dad got my brother, Colin, coincidentally the same name, he got him the TSR version, which actually was better than Skeletrix, but not as popular. And the TSR version, it didn't sit on a slot. You could actually swap lanes. You could actually overtake. You could swap lanes. Because I think it ran on magnets or something like that. I can't remember now. But it was all of it was electric. So you could swap over. You could change lanes. It was really good. You can probably date it from the kits. Yeah, well, the kits, though, are just the generic red and blue. They don't say this is Man U and this is... So, yeah, it's not... Oh, the telephone number says, Julian, 8 heroes. Let's go. Yes, let's get into it. Let's get into it. Ooh, TSR was good, too. Oh, so you do remember that. They had a jump that allowed you to swap. Yeah, that was it. You could just flip the switch and you would switch over. TSR is Gaiax US D&D. Well, it is. TSR is also the name of Gary Gaiax's company, wasn't it? Well, it was a different company. This was to do with Skeletrix, yeah. Yes, that's right, 310. So let's crack on. This is part 8 of Book 4, The Crown of Kings. We are looking for The Crown of Kings. So, let's get everything ready. We've got a pencil. We've got the book. Monster Encounters. I just need to make sure I haven't lost where we were up to, what part we were up to. Come on, I can't lose that. That'd be ridiculous. Can anyone remember what number we were on? I've got a Hellfire Ignore. Oh yeah, so turn to 399. Okay. Part 5, part 6. Okay, so we don't need that one. Let's crack on. What does the map say? Lirin, what number are we on? Sadly, no, I wasn't able to join last week. No. We were in the corridor, 310. Why have I not got that written down? Oh, part 7. I have got it written down. I just wasn't looking properly. It's saying here, no, yeah, 310. 310. So, it's all good. We are back in the room. Here we go. Part 8. We've got to start a new page. So, 310. Here we go then. 310. Darren Holmes now illustrating Lit 7. Fantastic. I had to hire or fire Mark Trimbury. He took 160 quid and didn't contact me for 4 months. Ouch. Is he... I don't know that illustrator. Is he a known fighting fantasy illustrator, or is he a modern fighting fantasy? You know, is he young? Has he got a reputation for doing that sort of thing? What, you know, is it a one-off? Is there an explanation for that? You know, like, is he ill? What's the situation? That's it. We went back, died, and then we went back again. Lirin's put munch munch. Dried honey sweet potatoes. Oh, they sound nice. Long lasting and energizing. The perfect provision. He's a fan turned artist. Oh, okay. He's done many modern books. But I just go to it. That's strange. If he's got a track record, you know, of doing other books, why would you do that? Because that's your reputation. If you're trying to be a professional artist, maybe there's a genuine reason, Jam. You know, it might not be that he's just trying to get out of doing it. It could be that, but there could be a genuine reason, like he's ill or something happened. But yeah, worth getting to the bottom of. Okay, let's crack on then. 310. 310, yeah, we did die, unfortunately. So, which does mean, though, we've got full stats, I believe. Let's just double check the stats. 7 skill, 19 stamina, 14 luck, and a shed loads of objects. Here we go then. 310. The door opens into a passageway. To the right, the way leads onwards, and the passage widens. To the left, it reaches a dead end. You decide to turn right and follow the passage. Just a standard linking entry there. Oh, not the last stuntman is alive, but the solitary confinement for life. Yes, our last one didn't die, but yeah, was left in jail, basically in a cell. Jam has put it. No, he's been posting regularly, doing video graphics instead. He just took my money and ran putting his kickback a couple of... then that's pretty rude. You need to somehow get in contact with him, or if you know anyone that knows him, to sort of say, look, you know, all right, fair enough, don't do the illustrations for me, but I would like my money back. You know, because if you've paid for a service, you need to get that sorted, as you well know. Sorry that's happened to you, Jam. Let's hope the new artist is going to work out for you. The passageway widens until you reach an open hallway, which is evidently a main thoroughfare. Several passages open out into this area, and in a way, onwards is a choice of 2 doors. It's the classic 2 doors choice. Ahead are 2 heaven-wooden double doors, standing some 3 meters high. Your caution is aroused by the fact that one of these doors is slightly ajar. When's a door not a door? The other door is a more ornate affair, a few yards to the left of the double doors. Carvings are set in the wood timbers. So, what would you like to do? Do you want to investigate the large double doors? Type investigate, or will you try instead the smaller door? Type smaller. Type investigate the ornate door if you want to do that one. No, is it the double door? If you want to, yeah, investigate the larger double doors, or do you want to try the smaller door, which is the more ornate one? What would you like to do? There you go. Julian's got some advice. Threaten small claims. It can work wonders, especially when mentioning reputation. Exactly. Yeah. The thing is, you know, I do my mediumship, psychic mediumship. I'm offering a service. I've got a reputation, so I wouldn't want anything to damage that reputation. And also, I have a policy that if I don't offer you the service, if I don't complete what I said I was going to do, then you get your money back, you know, or I won't, you know, if you've not paid me yet, I won't charge. So if I'm doing a reading and I can't get anything and the reading's not going very well, then I will just not charge, because I don't feel like it's fair to take money for a service I've not provided. So, oh, he's in South Africa. That's tricky. Yeah, that's tricky. Can't be bothered. So here we go there. Once we through the Throban doors. Yeah, once we are through there's no going back. Right, okay, there's no going back then. What do people want to do? Nagamanta, tell us where to go. Yeah, is that Lirin? Lirin wants to go to the smaller door because we want more information, I guess. Yeah, the double door is the next threshold. Small door, unlike Dumbledore, unlike Diana, who was far from small. Again, your comedy is too highbrow for me, Julian. Okay, we're going to go for the door. You'll have to explain that one as well. I know, I'm just useless. Just useless. Just Jeffing useless. Oh, Diana Dawes. Of course. God, I had a massive crush on Diana Dawes when I was a kid. I was a kid when she was on telly. Woof. Woof, mama. Right then, here we go. 100%. We're going to go for the smaller door or Diana Dawes. the lovely. I almost read that as slovenly. The slovenly Diana. Who knows? She probably was like that off camera. She was lovely. The carvings on the door itself are interesting, but they give you no useful information. Grasping the handle, you open the door. Inside, you find a bare room with a mechanical contraption of some sort standing alone in the centre of the floor. It is made of brass and iron, and wheels, bands and cogs linked together in a way that suggests some sort of machine designed to work metal. But it is still. Ooh, there it is. Look at that. Look at that for a drawing. Even in Prince Charming video, she still had it. Oh, absolutely. She was on the, oh yeah, there you go. On the Adamant diet. Don't you. Oh. Welcome back, Jam. Hello, Sally. We are just ogling over Diana Dawes for our sins. So look at that. So we've got a contraption. What would you like to do? We're going to test our luck. Well, we are lucky because we're on 14. Although, because we've tested our luck, we do have to reduce that to 13. So every time you test your luck, even if you're successful, you do lose a point. So we are going to 460. And why not? Yeah, exactly. We were just saying, when I was a kid, I did also have a crush. I was a child, all right? A crush on Nurse Emmanuel from Open All Hours. Nurse Emmanuel. Ooh, mama. Right. Anyone else? Anyone else? Or was that just me? Nurse Gladys Emmanuel. Yeah, it's the stockings. Whew. It was more than that as well, though. Okay, 460. You turn a few wheels and push a couple of levers, but nothing seems to make any difference. Suddenly, it splutters. You repeat your action and it splutters again. But this time something catches and the machine springs to life. Wheels turn, plates move up and down, and steam rises from the top of the contraption. But you still cannot decide what it does. Finally, it dawns on you. This is a device for sharpening weapons and knives. It has a large grindstone rotating at the back. You may use it to sharpen your own weapons if you have anything. Anything you sharpen on the machine will give you a bonus of 1 point. We do need that attack strength from now on. When you've done this, you can turn the machine off and concentrate on your mission. You don't seem to be able to get through this room, so you'll have to return to the main hallway. Oh, they are, excuse the pun, gearing us up for the big boss fight, aren't they? Was she in Doctor Who? Oh, she was. She was in an episode. Oh, was she in a 4th Doctor episode where I want to say it was like cavemen or something. Or it was a different planet, but they wore. Was it? I'm sure she was. Hang on, what's that? Yes, she played a pirate. A pirate, that was it. A pirate, sorry. And the laced edge bra, cheeky. Yes, she played a. Oh, that's it. She played a. Oh, was it? How many times? 3 times. None of our weapons that -1 to our strength, but +3 damage is now no penalty. Yay. There was me thinking that the machine. It was a machine to producing steam. Unfortunately not. Here we go then. Julian has obviously consulted Wikipedia. Her history with Doctor Who spans decades. The Gunfighters, 1966. Oh, okay. Before appearing on screen, Baron recorded the original song, The Ballad of the Last Chance Saloon, for her first Doctor serial. Oh, okay. Enlightenment. That's the one I'm thinking of. Enlightenment. Oh, it's it's in space, isn't it? It's a ship on space, pirate ship in space. She played the spacefaring pirate Captain Rack. Captain Rack, who competed in a deadly celestial race. That was it, and evidently thrown overboard by the 5th Doctor. Closing time, and then she made her final appearance as Val, a lovable shop assistant at a department store who gossiped while a cyber. That's all you're getting. You've filled your allocation of words for tonight, Julian. Lirin has put it, and our normal weapon that only do +2 damage is still +1 attack strength. Oh, this is one fine find. Well, this is what I was going to say, Lirin. What is the deal with our weapons now? So the hewing axe, presumably, that is -1. The spear, presumably, is +1. We can use that, can we? What else have we got then? Have we got like a main weapon? What have we got? She made her final appearance as Val, a lovable shop. Oh yeah, I've read that. And our normal weapon. Do we just have a normal weapon that we don't say we've got at the beginning of the game? Is that how that works? Double-edged broadsword is -1 attack. Oh, okay, yeah, no, that's the biggie. That's definitely the biggie. It's a normal attack, but it is +3 damage, so that's the good one to go for, isn't it? But do we just have a normal sword then? Is that right? Do we start with a sword? Sword. I'm going to put +1 then. Have I just made that up? Who cares? Now, a -1, but extra damage weapons are probably no penalty attack rolls. Yeah, absolutely. The double-edged sword is the best one to use because that's a +3. Okay, we're happy with that. We all happy with that? Good stuff. Onwards and onwards. So, we've sharpened our weapons. 81. Oh, hello, Mr. Bot. I can't read exactly all of your name, but anyway, best promotion on Steam. Boo. Oh, yeah. Leave the space in though. Always leave the space in. Here we go then. But since we sharpened all our weapons, we can now choose to +1, but normal damage, or no bonus to damage, but +3. Yes, exactly. We do have a choice. We can either add, so we've got 8 as a skill roll, or we could just say no, but we want to +3 it. Good, good, good. It's all good. You step back into the main hallway to decide a way onwards. Will you investigate the large double doors, or will you instead look for another way? What would you like to do? Type double doors if you want to go through, investigate the double doors, or another way if you'd like to go for another way. What would you like to do? Investigate the large double doors. Lirin's thinking we're going for it now. Anybody else? Anybody else? Where is everybody? Who are we missing tonight? We're missing Jonathan. How are you, sir, if you're watching this on playback? We're also missing Martha. Hope everything's all right with you. How are you, Martha? Who else? Jam's here, so that's cool. Spellsing. Where's Spellsing? Hope all is well with you, Spellsing, if you're watching this back. Walk on through to the other sides. Double doors. Can we investigate Diana doors? Close your ears, Sally. Just me and the lads. Me and the lads. Because I am actually a lad. I am actually a lad. Right. We're going to go through the double doors then. 2, 5, 6. John has us on the back. Oh, you are there, John. Hello there, John. I thought that, the mentioning of Diana doors would get you tapping away. You'd be typing. I don't know how you spell that. You've got away with it. I was bringing the bins in. Yes, exactly. Bring the bins in. Perfect work for the women. I'm only joking out there. My next live stream will be apologising. Has anyone seen that really brilliant little clip? Well, it's actually from a comedy sketch show where the chief police officer has to keep apologising because he keeps using phrases that are in everyday common use. And he goes, "Oh, yeah, no, I'd like to apologise to, and I'd like to make an apology." And then it was really good. That's how you pronounce. That's it's. What? Yeah. Tapping away is a euphemism. The old Jonathan's tapping away in the background. Keep the study door locked, Jonathan. That's my advice to you. 2, 5, 6. It's not me that said that. It's Lee. Dropping Lee in that one. Although I kind of agree with him. He's got an episode of Open All Hours running in the background. Corker yapping away in the background. Yeah, that's taken that to a darker place. Okay, so you are naturally suspicious of such an important looking double door being open. Oh yeah, because it said it was open, wasn't it? It looks safe enough, but are you walking into a trap? You pick up a length of wood lying in the hallway and touch the door. Nothing happens. Lee Jammers, but I once walked through the Throwbun doors to go to attend a bureau. Instead, I got zapped up the rear-o, and its stamina went to 0. Here we go then. Yeah, we kind of know what's going to happen here because we did get advice. You shove the door open a little further, and then you see the trap. A roaring flame and a blast of heat flare up from behind the door, causing you to shield your face. The door opens directly into an inferno. Your heart sinks. There seems no way through here. Do you want to let the door close and try the ornate door? We've done that before. Perhaps to return here later, or will you risk an all or nothing run through the inferno? Well, let's just double check our notes because I've already forgotten what was happening there. Where was it? It says here, Hellfire, ignore. Turn to 399, not reference mentioned. But I'm assuming we have to go through the doors. So would we like to go through the door? Type yes or no. What would you like to do? And thus you died and did not end up the hero. There it is. You're on fire. Hopefully we won't be. Chance I'll never reach 400. Turn to 399. Yeah. Make like Roger Moore and dance with the fire. Yes. Meet it with a view to a kill. Right, here we go then. So what, turn to 399 now? Or do we do 541 first? Yeah? Okay, so we're going to 399 now. Right, okay. There's over 800 entries in this bad boy, or is it exactly 800? Yeah, it's exactly 800. It's double. It's double. Has City and Livingston and Steve Jackson, have they got OCD? Because they like to finish precisely on a sort of 400. I wanted to do that with my game books, but I just haven't been able to. I was on 407, and my rat wife with Sleepy Eye, that's 137. So maybe they will all end in 7. Maybe that's my thing. Just remember, we took a sapling. Yeah, I remember that. Clearly remember that. 399. 399. The flames lick your clothes and the heat begins to feel unbearable. But as you have seen through its illusion. As you continue through the inferno, its effects die. The flames are cold. There is no heat. And on the far side of the inferno, there is another door, which you walk comfortably up to. 150. Oh, look at that. I did try to get a rat wife to 140. Did you? You did. You did. I think it was on 135. I did add 2 more sections, I think. Or 1 more section. Dance into the fire. 150. Yeah, I might now try to go that they always end in a 7, whatever the entry is. That might just be my thing. Cockle Snook looks pleased. He does. He looks very happy, doesn't he? He looks very happy. Why not? You know? You alright? Yep. It's his birthday soon. 150. A sign over the door catches your attention. It reads Chamber of Night. You pause for a moment before you try the door. What can the Chamber of Night hold in store? Night creatures? Sleeping gas? There is only one way you will find out. You turn the handle. The door opens to a room as black as coal. Not a beam of light comes from the room. Even the dull light from the area where you now stand cannot penetrate its blackness. Do you have a candle with you to light your way through this room? If so, turn to 13. We do have a candle. I'm sure we've got a candle. We've got a blood candle and normal candles. We've got normal candles. 7 is good luck after all. Exactly, 7 is good luck. Grace Joan was quite fit, if scary. An accurate description. I don't think Roger Moore really liked her. Yeah. Night. Not a blood candle. Fork candles. Light a candle and remember the serpent's word. Do not light the blood candle if you value your life. Oh, I forgot that. Instantly forgot that. I would be the worst dungeon. No, I'd have to write all this down. There's no way I can remember this. Even as a kid, when my mind was young and fresh, I'd still write this down. Right, so we are going to light a candle, which is 13. Okay, 13. I would imagine it's good to light the candle. Otherwise, all sorts of things are going to come at us. Which candle will you use to light your way? The blood candle? Or an ordinary candle? 72, please. We're not falling for your tricks. 72. You take the candle from your pack and concentrate. Suddenly, a flame flickers and appears at the wick, just in time. As the door behind you slams shut as if it's on its own accord. You're alone in the room, but your candle lights up some of the way. You gasp as you look at the floor. Sharp blades protrude through the wooden floorboards at irregular intervals. Your balance will have to be perfect as you pick your way through the deadly maze. Will you be able to keep your footing? Choose your next few steps by turning to 87. Oh no, this really is just guesswork. What do you want to do then? 87 or 239? Type those numbers whichever way you think is best. This really is. No, I'm giving you no clue whatsoever. 87, says Lirin. What would you like to do? What would you like to do? What would you like to? What would you like to? What would you like to do? Only one vote. Only one vote. Only one vote. If you are still listening, Jonathan, I should be sending you my half a page advert for the programme for Fighting Fantasy Festival 6. Because I do have a stall there. Jam, have you got a stall at Fighting Fantasy 6? Festival 6? So I was distracted. Come on, Julian. You know, you're letting everybody down. But more importantly, you're letting yourself down. I mean, look at Grocklesnack. He's distraught. Distraught. 87. So Lee didn't want to be held responsible for that. Lee was like, nope. Nope. 6? What sort of decision is that? I'm doing work. I'm doing John's work. Is that like the Lord's work? I'm doing Lord's work. Oh, my phone is getting warm. Hello. Let's have a feel. Oh, it is quite warm actually. Might have to see if I can. Oh, bear with me. I'm just going to put the. I'm just going to put the fan on the table. Where the phone is. Does that work? Is that going to fall off? That should work. There we go. Our Lord, God, the good John. God John. I mean, at least we can see the blades. Yeah, we can see the blades. That's true. As in Eddie Susie Eddard's joke about Lord our God. Oh, John Mason. I don't know that one. Is there a picture? There's no picture, I'm afraid. No, it doesn't give us any clue. Now there's a concern to run with the background. Oh, is there? Think of it as the dungeon, living and breathing. Is it really off-putting though, that rumble? Because if it is, I'll take it down again. Let me know if it's really off-putting. So what do we say? What do we say? You want to go 87? That seems to be the vote. 87. Loving the sound of the living fire behind. Yeah, exactly. Is it really off-putting though? Is it too annoying? I'm just trying to cool my phone down. Should be alright, but we've got half an hour to go, so I'm not sure. And of course, if your phone gets too hot, it will just close down, wasn't it? On the headphones, it's a bit loud. Turn it off once we're through the maze. Yeah, it's not. I guess this will. Yeah, well, maybe this will cool the phone down for like, it'll cool it down, and then, yeah, I'll put it on the floor again. Okay, here we go. 87. You inch your way slowly across the room for your next few steps. Oh, I think you got away with it. Down to a low rumble. Oh, okay. I just moved it a little bit. That'll do. Oh, okay. I tell you what I could do. That's on a lower blast, so that you put. Hopefully, you can't hear that. So here's your decision. Night mode, yeah. So what would you like to do then? A few steps. You can choose either 488, 341, 359. What would you like to do? Which number would you like? 488, 341, 359. We do have our full stamina, so we should be alright, even if we do get injured a little bit. Some beeps as our fan. Same beeps as our fan. Oh, okay, yeah. The classic beeping fan sound. 359 sounds nice. Oh, okay. Got a bit of a split decision though. 341. Does anybody else want to vote? 359, 341, or 488. Now, I wonder the psychology of where they've placed the correct answer. 488 is first in line. Is that too obvious? 341 might be it. 359? I don't know. Anyone else voting? Anyone else voting? We've got a split decision. Your vote will count. Well, it all counts. Oh, now, hang on. 488 is multiples of 2 squared and tripled. Sally's gone 341. Oh, do you think Steve is doing like a maths thing here? Because the previous one was 87. Does that help? Could be 233. That's not an option, Julian. Your theory is rubbish. Although I appreciate you pretending, you know, like thinking you see a pattern. There might be a pattern. I don't know. I'm being flippant. Being flippant. 341 though has got the vote. 2 times 2, 2 times 3, 2 times 3. Maths. It's not for me, maths. I'll take your word for it. Okay, although the vote is 341, so whether or not this is it, let's find out. Did we get a knife in our foot or not? 233 is the bus number to the local planetarium, though. Serendipity. I reckon Steve knew that. I reckon he. That'll be the next choice. Be good if you pick that number and then it's like a double-decker bus comes through the door. And then you're off. You're off out. Matters not. Okay, 341. Beads of sweat. Although I like that idea actually of having entry numbers where it is like prime numbers or the path is something to do with the maths thing. I quite like that. Might have to use that one in future. Beads of sweat appear on your forehead. They're not far wrong. The going is difficult as the candlelight shadows sway across the room. But so far, look at you guys and girls. You have not touched any of the blades. So you've got another decision to make. The next few steps, choose between. What would you like to do? 262, 239, or 52. You may take that idea. I'll take the book dedication. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So the first one is 262. Next one is 239 or 52. This is obviously very hard because you've got no information to go on. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo, 52. So it's gone 87, 341. Not 241, so it's 87, 341. Is there any pattern? 239 because odd numbers. Oh, it could be odd. It could be odd numbers. It could well be odd numbers. You're absolutely right. Yeah, I think you might be right on this one. 87341. If it's odd numbers, then 239 is the logical one. Should we go for that? Do you also want to go for 239? Let's do that then. Let's do that. Yeah, Lee also wants 239. 239. 239. Here we go then. Come on. Come on. It would be brilliant if you guys had worked that out. 239. And quite a little clever puzzle, because it's a very subtle puzzle. But if you can spot it, it's clever. You step carefully between the blades. The flickering candlelight makes it difficult for you to see the room clearly, but your next few steps are safe. Take a few more steps. Right. Oh, I think we've cottoned on. 262, 359, or 488. It's looking quite clear now. 262, 359, 488. Maybe this one though, Steve will go, no, I'm going to mess with you. 359, please. Says Julian. 359 for Sally as well. Okay, 359. It's got to be 359. It would make sense. If it isn't, I'm going to write a letter of complaint to Sir Steve. 359. You can tell I've been doing a John book. Oh, okay, number puzzles. Right, yeah, so it's in your mind. It's in your blood. Yeah, I'm not a mathy person, so but I should put number puzzles in. 359. The room seems to shift in the candlelight. But this is a natural trick of the flickering light. You manage to keep your balance and step safely across the room. To take your next few steps, you can choose 52, 4, 8. Oh no, Steve, what have you done? What have you done? There's no odd. So 52, 488, or 262. I like the puzzles in To Kill a Thief. Oh, thank you, Jude. Yeah, I wanted puzzles, and I'm not very good at making puzzles up, or I've not had enough experience doing puzzles. So I did type into, Google, like, puzzle games, just to see if there was anything that popped out that hadn't been done before, maybe, or, was a bit more obscure. And that's when I came across those puzzles and went, they're perfect, because I can put them so you create the actual numbers for the reference that you need to go to. So it worked out brilliantly. Yes, well deduced. 202, because it's the new one. Lee Rin has put here 52 to repeat, and Julian's also put 488. I suspect that is the pattern. I see. Yeah, I thought that when I saw that, so I'm cleverer than you. No, I did think that. I thought, hang on, haven't we seen 52 and 488? So we're going to go for 262. That is a good point. Maybe that's the pattern. Maybe we're not as clever as we think. Or maybe you're not as clever as I think. Or maybe I'm not as clever as you think. I don't know. Anyway, 262. 262. 262. You inch your way slowly across the room for your next few steps. Come on, Steve. Are you padding this out? No wonder he's got up to 800 entries. This is how he's done it. He got to like 790 and he went, oh, God, where am I going to... I know, I'll just get him going across the... We are clever. We will win. Okay, your choices are 87, 488 and 52. Maybe we're cleverer than Steve. Yeah, maybe we are. Probably. Certainly not richer than Steve, though, because, they both made a pretty packet, didn't they? So, the odd one out to me seems like it's 87. I reckon that should have been 2 books, but he only wanted to do 4. But he wanted to do 4. Oh, I see. So it could have been 5 books. Yeah. So he could have split this in. Yeah, maybe. Or that he wanted to do 5 books, but Penguin said no. Let's just do 4. Maybe. What do you think then? The one that is not repeated is 87. Should we go for that? Sorry. What are the options? 87, 488 or 52. I know, if we had 87 as an option before. Well, 87 is the odd one out, as in it's the what do they call it? It's the odd one. Yeah, as I said, 87 is also, but yeah, but it's odd. What would you want to do then, based on that? All of them are repeats. 2 of them are even. 87 is the odd one. So 87, 488 or 52. What would you like to do then? Who's voting? Yes, although it was fine. Let's bite the bullet and 52. Oh, okay, says Liren. $87. Oh, Sally's also going for 87. 87. So yes, just a quick update then on the Rat Wife of Sleepy Eye. Everything is done. Julian, thank you once again for play testing. All the corrections are implemented. Thank you, Sally, for the proofreading. All your corrections have been implemented. I've proofread it once. I do want to proofread it one more time. One more time. And I have finished 1 filler illustration. I want to do 3 more filler illustrations because you need those for typesetting. So I'm going to do 4 different filler illustrations. Then I've also put all the hyperlinks, because it's going to be an ebook first. So I've put in all the hyperlinks. It's all typeset. It just needs the filler illustrations put into the book. And then that is it. It's all done. The cover's done. Everything else is done. As I say, I'll proofread it one more time. And then I'm going to hold back, I think, because I want to still finish off sending the original To Kill a Thief book and then send off that. But I will be in contact with Troy just to say, yeah, it's all done now. You know, how do you want this? You know, because you've offered to print it. Then I'll talk to Troy about that. But are we going in a circle? That's a good point. Are we now going in a circle? So, Lirin said 52, but 2 people said 87. Jam and John dropped off. They did drop off. And they are forevermore cursed. Forevermore. You should have kept a note of the number of times, yeah, those numbers come up. And the one that came up the least is 87. 52 appears again. I'm voting for that again. Oh, okay. Well, 87 then. We're going to go to 87. Oh no, 87. We've been to 87. Guys, we've been to 87. Let's not go to 87. That's one of the first ones. So, we've not been to 52 or 488. What would you like to do then? Should we do that? Yeah, 52. Yeah, let's vote on that. Which one out of those two would you like? 52 or 488? No. No, they don't. I forgive Fighting Fantasy for having mazes in them because they were the forerunners. They were the ones that, you know, took the branching narrative genre, which wasn't really going anywhere. You know, it was a dead media. It was a dead thing, I think. Anyway, I mean, there had been branching narrative books before, but they put the combat system into it, and then, you know, it exploded. So I kind of give them a pass on the mazes. Nowadays, if you're a modern gamebook author, I wouldn't put a maze in, or if I'm going to do that, I would give you clues as to what, you know, what could be behind that door or which way to go, that kind of thing. 488 says Sally. 48 says Julian. As I said way back 3 rounds ago. Oof, salty Julian. But at least Joseph's one can be shown on stream. Yes, the exception is the time travel one, where things changed. So if you're going, you know, if you're going to do a repeat thing, at least things changed. You felt like you were still making progress. And I think that's the big difference where you're not. If you're just going around in circles, you're not making progress. It then, doesn't become it's not fun very quickly. Whereas with Joseph's one, it does become fun, because you're going, oh, is this changed? What's changed? Speaking of, has anyone solved his cryptic Edra Tales post from earlier? I didn't get time to look at it. I haven't had time to look at it. I'm a third of the way through it because it's sort of obvious. Oh, it's not as obvious as first appears. Oh, okay. Nice. He's a good lad, is Joseph. He's a good lad. So we're on 488. Let's see. You inch your way across the room for your next move. Okay. Few steps. Either choose 52 or 341. We've already done 341. So type yes or no. Should we do 52? Should we do 52? The celeb is a lad called Boiter, but the rest is still to be decrypted. Oh, is it? All right. Oh, well, I'll definitely have a look at it now. Lee says, did you see Julian that Joseph was thinking about? Oh, I see, a Craven Manor board game. Oh, I see, kickstarting a Craven Manor board game. Oh, that'd be interesting. Yeah, that would be interesting. 52, yes. Let's do 52. It would be interesting, but some lads said, "Oh no," because of Fighting Fantasy failure to date. Did the Fighting Fantasy board game not? Maybe that was the message. So what I thought Fighting Fantasy were doing a Kickstarter board game. Did it not fund? 52 then. 52. Did it not fund? At last, yes. Your hand touches the wall ahead of you, and it fills the outline of a door. You grasp the handle and turn it. Turn to 33. Well done, everybody. We didn't get injured at all during that. There are two out there. The first one I picked up for about £10 at UK Bring and Buy. Oh, okay. The second one, which looks great, is so expensive. Oh, I see. Oh, it's a tricky one, isn't it? Because Fighting Fantasy, if you're going to do a Gamebook board game, Choose Your Own Adventure, Fighting Fantasy, and Lone Wolf. They're, as far as I know, the biggies, aren't they? They're the most recognisable brands. So, so you would think that they would have the success. However, you've got to get it right, obviously, because if it's too expensive, then you're putting off a lot of your audience. If it's too cheap, then is it good quality? And again, are people not going to buy it because it's not good enough? So you do, and also you have to. The mechanics, is the game worth buying? That's Ulysses one. Okay. That Sir Ian is heavily behind, and it does look really great, but it's 60 quid for the basic board, and there are 4 expansions on top. Oh, okay, it is quite expensive then. Think that it's still on Gamebacker or somewhere, not Kickstarter. Oh, okay, fair enough. Yeah, fair enough. So we are out of here. 33. You breathe a sigh of relief as you step out of the darkness and into a brightly lit room. Your eyes smart in the light, and you are forced to close them momentarily to adjust. Hurried by relief, you step through the doorway, perhaps a little too quickly. Caution should have been your watchword. As you step into the bright room, hands grab your wrists. Guards! You have been captured. The 2 sentries march you proudly over towards 2 doors in the left-hand wall. Their gruff voices cannot conceal their excitement as they bundle you in through one of the doors to present you to their captain. Warning team. Oh, but upwards of £300 for the full lot. Yeah. That's really expensive. I don't know. A business model, you could have expensive product and make a lot of profit, but then how much profit are they making? And therefore you don't have to sell as many because your profit margins are bigger, or you price it more reasonably and you have to sell more units to, you know, make a decent profit. It's one of those things. Warning team, it is. Maybe Joseph needs Gildan's led advice. Oh, thank you very much. I thought you could build the manor via tiles at different areas. Different eras and a good ghost communication mechanic. Yeah, it's definitely worth doing. I would be interested in solving that puzzle because it's got the time element to it as well. Oh, there it is. Julian's put the link there, gamefound.com. You can click the link there. Out of the frying pan. I know, out of the frying pan. That is a bit of like, oh, well done, everybody. We've managed to navigate there without getting injured, and then straight into being captured. Everything €210, 240 is the lowest price. In the last 30 days, 210. Oh, are they reducing the pledge level then? Is it funded? Is it actually funded? Okay, so Khartoum, captain of the guards, sits behind a wooden desk which is covered in papers. You are surprised to find that he is no beast man, as are the other guards. He is tall and slim, and his long hair falls down to his shoulders. Although he is a human, he is not from Analand. Most probably he is a renegade from the lands to the east of Calabad. Will you face the captain to see what he has to say? Or would you rather make a break for it before the door is closed behind you? What do you want to do? Do you want to face the captain, type face, or captain? Or do you want to make a break, type break? What would you like to do? No idea. Oh, I see. Oh, yes. This is a late pledge. 279,519 total funded by 1,500. Well, there you go. There you go. So they've obviously raised a shed load of money, because that is a lot of money. So I would say that's successful. You know, you work out your costings. Hopefully, you've made a profit. All of that. To me, that would be successful. Yeah. And then if you've got a successful Kickstarter, any that you sell to the general public afterwards, then presumably, you know, is more like pure profit. Face the captain to see what he has to say. So, still taking late pledges, just too pricey for me. The problem with late pledges, well, not the problem, but late pledges, it is more expensive because it's late. You're late, and they penalise you for being late. Just admiring the random jib. Here we go then. So we're going to face him to see what he has to say. 508. Yeah, sorry, Lee. We got a bit distracted there, didn't we? Well, I did think about doing a Gamebook board game, but you almost think why? Because, you know, a Gamebook is a Gamebook. So I don't know. I'd have to really think about that. The Alandia, exclaims the captain in a high-pitched voice. You have done well. The capture will be reported to the master. Two guards shift their positions and grunt proudly at each other. The captain stares deep into your eyes and sits down at his desk. But now, he says, we must question our prisoner. I don't know what I'm trying to do with his accent or his kind of character. He's he's a bit more effeminate. I said captain. He said what? I guess it's of the moment. It is of the moment. The two guys. Oh yeah, we've done that. You look around the room while he studies you. Turn to the illustration opposite reference 375 for here we go, for a view of the room, and study it hard, for there may be a clue which can help you. and then the captain asks your intentions. Right, so 375. What we could do is, maybe what I'll do, maybe we should leave it here. Back in a mo, says Julian. Maybe we could leave it here, and then what I can do is scan this into the Edra, into the interweb, put it up into the Edra Tales Facebook group, and then you guys can study it. Yeah. Oh yes, I see what you mean, Lee. Because Gamebooks are the 80s, but Kickstarter gaming is 2026. Yeah, I just wonder though, because it's like you've got to ask yourself why. Why would you want to do Warlock of Firetop Mountain as a board game? And I think if you're going to do it as a board game, then you need to properly do it as a board game then. And you're just using the story. Because I had this idea that you could have a deluxe version of the game book. But why? Because I could have it where you still have the book, but all the objects that you collect along the way, you have as a deck of objects. So rather than write them down on your adventure sheet, you just have all your objects, like Talisman, if anyone's played Talisman, you have all your objects on you in front of you. You know, and you would have a little character card and you'd have little numbers, you know. So then you sort of go, well, you know, why do that? Is it necessary? No. Would there be enough people willing to want a deluxe version of a game book? If it's an original book, then yes, maybe. So I think if you're going to do a game book, it's almost like, well, I would do a board game of my game book. So I'm using the same story, but it's a board game. So why would you do that? Because if you've played the game book, would you want to buy the board game? Because if it's the same story, you already know it. So my thinking would be that the only reason why you do a board game of your game book is to get to a wider audience. So people that play board games don't necessarily read game books, so they might see your board game and go, oh, that looks fun, and they don't know the story, so it's all fresh to them. But because they play board games, they're going to play it, whereas if it was a game book, they probably wouldn't read it. You try living in my head. Does that all make sense to you guys? Right, here we go. No, there's nothing we can use here. We didn't pick it up in the game. Oh, in Gamebook 1. Okay, but we can make it past here tonight. Well, we've only got 2 minutes, Lerin. So I think what we'll do, we will finish here, and I'll just scan it in, and I'll put it up into the Facebook group. The painting on the wall is his lady love. Oh, bless. He left her locket in the Shalamanti Hills. Oh no. 3, 2, 1. Julian's back in the room. And you're back in the room. Didn't see that. Back in book 1. Wow. Okay. That would have been good if we had it. Are you sure we didn't have a locket? That's threshold is easily passed. We only missed the hard to pick up item in Gamebook 1. That's what we got, the gold jewel back in the merchant last week. Oh, okay. Okay, yeah, we did get a gold jewel, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, we got a jewel of gold, orb of crystal. We got a jewel studded medallion and yellow powder. The old yellow powder. So they put no. I'm assuming no, that none of that made sense, my little thinking out loud. Of course it does, having picked apart 2 of your books. Thanks. Well, no, I just think if you're going to do because nowadays I would prefer not to write everything down on an adventure sheet. So if I came across an object, it would be cool if you had a little card that told you what that object did, the name of the object, a little picture, then if it gave you a +1, in skill and a +3 in damage, then you wouldn't have to remember that or write it down. It's just there in front of you. And then equally, if you had, like, I've got sleep encounters and I've got events, you'd have those as decks of cards. And then if it says you have a sleep encounter, shuffle the sleep encounter cards and take the top one, and then you go, oh, that's what I'm encountering. So it's just a different system basically. But would people buy that? That's the thing. Leave input. Trust me on this. The gold jewel will allow us to cast God and pass him with a charming personality. Okay. Well, I'm getting tired, Lirin, so I believe you, but however, we will start that in part 9. We'll do that in part 9. At the itty bit cost of 1 stamina point. Like Ollie does with his games. Oh, what? Does he do cards of decks? I thought he stopped doing that. Cards of decks of cards. See, I told you I'm getting tired. Yeah, I thought he started off doing it like that. Oh, so you can print the artifacts out. Oh, so he does a print and play version. Oh, well, that might be good. That could be a halfway house to getting that. That could be part of the reward level, that you get a free print and play. You know, another tier level where you pay a couple more £. Because I would have to sit and design all of these objects. You know, I would have to spend time and effort on that. But yeah, so it could be a different tier level, different pledge level, and then you get to print it off and play it out yourself. Oh, okay. Okay. Interesting. So there we will leave it, my friends. Well, that's like John's stretch goals, to have cards. Does he do that? Does John do that as well? I've never seen John do that, or am I just being silly? So next week we will start on 508. I will scan in the picture. A bit, says Lee. His cards aren't very detailed, but he does print and play. Oh, I see. I didn't realise that. So he does a pack of... Oh, no, you mean playing cards. Yeah, he just means playing cards. Sorry. Yeah, no, this is different. Playing cards are like playing cards, and you would choose the number. Yeah, you don't need a dice. What I'm suggesting is actual illustrated cards, you know, like you'd find in a board game. But the concept is the same. Yeah, because he commissions an artist to do the illustration. He puts the illustrations from the book into the cards. Yeah, like your story spark. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, like my story spark cards. Yeah, but they would be little cards. You know, it'd just be a little row of deck, because you know, you wouldn't want to take up too much table space. Anywho, thank you so much for playing along. Thank you for watching. It's all lovely to see you all again. Thank you, Jonathan, if you're still there. Thank you, Spellsing, if you did watch and didn't comment. Thank you, Martha, if you did the same. Thank you to anyone that's there but didn't comment. Thank you so much for those that did comment and played along. Thank you, Julian. Thank you, Lee. Thank you, Lyrian. Thank you, Sally. Thank you, Jam, if you are still there as well. Good night, everybody. Going back to sleep. Yes, sleep well. Sorry for sideswiping the gameplay. No worries, Julian. It was just interesting. We do go off on a few tangents. Have a good rest of the week. Yes, thank you very much, Sally. Ollie's cards are all NPC and locations, no objects and buffs, though. Yeah, I'd have to look into it. It's certainly something I do want to do, but hey. Lyrians, but next week let's speed through one. We are so very close. Oh, are we? Okay, well, what I'll do is I do have a backup if we finish early, so... Then I was thinking we would do book 2 of Jonathan Green's Arkham Horror series. What is it? Yeah, Arkham Horror. And then, because I also have book 3, so I need to do book 2 first. I thought we'd do that next. Take care, everybody. Hopefully you'll have a lovely week. And remember, may your thieving... I haven't got the book. May your thieving never be caught. Take care. Have a good one.